Alright, so Ridley Scott, it's safe to say he's back. The Martian. Alright, guys, gals, and everything in between. Today I'm here to review to you the sort of sci-fi, grounded in reality film that's kind of a survival movie starring Matt Damon called The Martian. Now, it's based off of a book. I have not read the book personally, so I don't know if it follows it very closely, but it's basically about a guy who gets stranded on Mars on a manned mission to Mars, reusing the old sets of Prometheus, only with spray-painted orange. Let's be real, that's what it was. He gets stuck there, his crew goes off into space, and they're leaving him, but they don't realize they're leaving him. So it's about the NASA crew, that crew, and Matt Damon all trying to get home. Okay, and it's safe to say The Martian, oh my God, this movie. This movie is incredible. I was sitting there in the movie just absolutely floored by its spectacle and just grandeur. It's incredible. It's a lot of the movie is Matt Damon alone having to survive. And I love survival movies. If you know me, you know that I love survival movies. So the idea that Matt Damon is having to survive on Mars and figure all of this out on his own, and you get to see his clever brain working, where I'm like, you're way more clever than me, so props to you, dude. And I gotta say, that to me was awesome. I loved seeing that. They really showed that he's not an expert in every category, but he explained his inner monologue through vlogs, like a YouTuber, like how I'm doing right now, where he's talking to the camera and he's saying, like, this is what I'm gonna do. And you see the clockwork in his brain working, and you're like, I'm so intrigued by what you have to say right now. It's drawing me into the screen. That is props to Matt Damon. This dude, for this movie, honestly deserves an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. And Ridley Scott, he's always been one to make great visual imagery. And he does such a good job making Mars, the spaceship, and NASA all look so widely different that when the setting changes, it's like a fresh new movie, and you're like, oh man. So as you're getting sucked into one story, then you get another story. Sean Bean in this film has a Lord of the Rings reference, and oh my God, it made my day. I was laughing so hard in the theater. Those kinds of things really just intrigued me, watching what these characters have to go through, because it honestly felt like a true story. I walked out of the movie, looked at my girlfriend, and said, did you honestly, believe that could have been real? And she was like, yeah, honestly. We make fun of all the people on the internet who are like, oh yeah, this is totally a true story. It's not a true story, but I could see where they're coming from. And that is a great compliment to the film because it feels so real. The other actors in this movie, Chiwetel Ejiofor, however you pronounce that name, he is amazing in everything he does. Then there's Jessica Chastain, Kate Mara, which Kate Mara's really attractive, and that was my thought of her in the film. I hated her in Fantastic Four, but this film, she was great. I loved her. Ooh, I loved looking at her too. But, I loved looking at Jessica Chastain too. Props to Jessica Chastain for being hot as well. But either way, Michael Pena's in this movie, and that one guy who plays the Winter Soldier is in this film as well. And it's so compelling because he's trying to survive. He's having to make fertilizer, eat potatoes, and all of this stuff. And you see it, and every little accomplishment he makes, you're like, yeah, you're rooting for him. Every challenge, you're there with him. You feel it. And that is such a prop major accomplishment to the film is you're just like, oh my god, thank you. It's beautiful at times. Like when he's sitting there and he has to first make fertilizer and dirt and he starts making the potatoes and he looks down and he sees the green plant. You are just wanting to jump up and cheer for him because you feel like you're watching a guy who's actually on Mars. And that is amazing. Special effects, I couldn't tell you what was CG and what wasn't. I mean, yeah, obviously when they're in outer space, it's CG. But it was so seamless that it all just felt like a real event that was unfolding in front of you. And when the finale hits, you want to cry so bad. And that is an ultimate compliment I can give to the film. The fact that you want to cry with a fictional character, that is props. It's not even a true story. It is a fictional character. He is not real. But oh my god, I was so cheering for him, and when things happen, you're just like, yes or no. It was so beautiful and touching. I absolutely love the film. I have to say, guys, gals, and everything in between, The Martian is one of my favorite films this year. It is smart. It is well written, it is compelling, and it is inspirational because it inspires people to think outside the box, be more than what you can be, and that is major props to the film. So I have to say, with The Martian being one of my favorite movies of the year, The Martian is a future classic. I have to give props to The Martian for being a future classic because seriously, this film, I feel like people will be talking about this years from now, not just in film, but in NASA, in space in general. Like, people will look at this and say, that was an event to us. I know that I got this review to you late to you guys, gals, and everything in between, but I had a lot to do, but I got this review to you still. And some of the movies I missed this year that I didn't review, I plan to do a recap and just catch up on all those. But anyways, what did you guys think of The Martian? Is it one of your favorite films of the year? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Got plenty more videos coming to you.